New Year, everybody. I hope 2025 is a blessed and fruitful year for you and your family. And I hope all your goals and dreams become realized. It's Dr. Ryan here. I'm a physician here in South Africa. And thank you so much for joining me in this, our 82nd OSCE episode. And we are tackling the topic of GERD, which is gastroesophageal reflux disease. I encourage you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet done so, to avoid missing some new exciting content. So let's dig in, guys. You got a healthy patient who comes to you with intermittent retrosternal burning sensation. Woo! There's a joke that goes, once a patient goes to the doctor and says, "Doc, every time I eat birthday cake, I get this retrosternal burning sensation." The doctor said, "Well, try removing the candles first." Regurgitation of acidic material, sometimes this is called water brash, the sensation of acidic material refluxing up into the back of the pharynx. Sensation of a chronic lump in the throat, or repetitive throat clearing. Yes. So if you have these particular symptoms, where there's intermittent retrosternal burning, number 1, regurgitation of acidic material, number 2, sensation of chronic lump in the throat, number 3, or repetitive throat clearing, you're thinking the diagnosis is a gastroesophageal reflux disease. So remember, not all patients complain of all these symptoms. Sometimes all they have is wheeze. Sometimes all they have is cough. How do you diagnose GERD? Well, probably high index of suspicion based on the symptomatology. And if the patient has so-called alarm symptoms, then you want to do an upper endoscopy with biopsies. And what are these alarm symptoms? It's odonophagia, which is painful swallowing, gastrointestinal bleed, which can be upper or lower, because sometimes a brisk upper GI bleed can manifest as Manina stools, right? Weight loss and anemia. It's always good to do a right upper quadrant ultrasound just to exclude any biliary pathology as differential for the epigastric pain, because you don't want to miss gallstones or choledocholithiasis. All right. How do you treat GERD? Well, lifestyle change. Avoid foods which reduce the tone of the lower esophageal sphincter. Things like peppermint and chocolate. Okay, don't eat within 1 hour of going to bed. Remain upright after eating. Things like that. Antacids, okay, Gaviscon, Myogel. H2 receptor antagonists like cimetidine, ranitidine have long since been phased out because of unfavorable side effect profile. But the go-to guys are the proton pump inhibitors. Yes, we're talking to omeprazole, esomeprazole, nexomeprazole, lansoprazole, pantoprazole, all those things. Right, guys, this is GERD. It's a beautiful algorithm taken from the calgaryguide.com. So a big thank you and a big shout out to them for this beautiful algorithm, just outlining the complications of GERD. So we know that GERD is reflux of gastric content to the distal esophagus, and the resultant recruitment of pro-inflammatory cells and cytokines, and it results in damage to the pharyngeal lining and airway, which gives rise to extraesophageal complications, and then damage to the squamous esophageal epithelium in the distal portion, which gives rise to esophageal complications. So extraesophageal complications include that of asthma, bronchoconstriction, chronic cough, chronic laryngitis, and laryngeal and tracheal stenosis. Esophageal complications include esophagitis, with esophageal stricture eventually, Barrett's esophagus, which is simply metaplasia. So there's replacement of the normal squamous epithelium in the distal esophagus. It becomes metaplastic and converted to columnar epithelium. And the danger of that on scope, when you pick it up, is that that is a precursor to esophageal adenocarcinoma. So watch out! Pass up! Okay, guys, John chapter 15, verse 5 says, Jesus says, "I am the vine and you are the branches. If a man remains in he and I in him, he will bear much fruit. For apart from me, you can do absolutely nothing." Right? So, it's virtually impossible to see a branch bearing fruit on its own while not being attached to the vine. Likewise, we can't do anything on our own. If you want to bear fruit in 2025 and fruit for the kingdom, which is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, self-control, remain planted, remain established, remain rooted in Jesus, who is the true vine. Have a lovely day. I'll see you soon. God bless.